this episode, I sit down with AJ from Mommy I'm Sorry. You may have seen his face floating around your Instagram or on your Explore page because he has mastered social media marketing for tattoo artists especially.
Hey, what's up, guys?
AJ has been a prominent figure in the modern industry of tattooing for many years now. He's a co-owner and founder of a few studios in Europe, including Mommy I'm Sorry, Pardon Paris, Gone Berlin, and more. AJ had a lot of interesting things to say about the state of the tattoo industry right now and where he thinks it might be headed next. We filmed this episode in Poland, where the next day, both AJ and I were speakers at the International Tattoo Congress. It was a very inspiring few days, and I left there feeling extremely motivated and very excited for the future of tattooing. It was a great conversation with AJ, and it was a pleasure having him back on the podcast. You can find his Instagram. It's at AJ Avenue, and of course, at Mommy I'm Sorry. My name is Jake Berry, and this is The Fine Line.
All right, my brother.
Here we go.
What's up? How are you doing? How are you doing? So nice to be back on your podcast.
Dude, thank you for doing this with me again.
Oh, I love it. I love it. When I saw you coming to Warsaw to this Modern Tattoo Congress thing, I was like, oh yeah, we have to do it finally again. There's so much stuff happened since the last time.
Well, it's been years since we've seen each other. Obviously, so much has happened since then, including you guys changing locations, opening other shops.
So many things happen, but we have to figure out what we want to talk about, right? We can talk about Mommy I'm Sorry, the whole universe. We can talk about the industry.
Yeah, I need to collect my thoughts because I literally just got off a plane from California, came straight here to the hotel, had dinner, and now we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, same. Just like I came from Germany, and I didn't bring all the setup. I just came into your room and sit down here. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Since I was preparing for my presentation for tomorrow for this Congress here, I had some time to think about, where is this industry going actually right now? Because there's so many changes over the last years. And I tried to structure it in my head also, like put it in different time zones or like timestamps, right? And it's been a roller coaster because I thought about, okay, what happened the last 10 years in the tattoo industry, right? Let's go back to the early 2010 years, something like this, where you had like, fine line is becoming a thing maybe somewhere a little bit. Yeah. Instagram came and this changed like everything back then, right? Because from one point in time, you as an artist was able to just connect over the world and like compare yourself and get inspired by other artists like this.
So
that was
easy
crazy,
well,
right?
Yeah, so easily, and it was like so new because the tattoo industry before that was like a closed community. I started in 2006. Like actually, I joined the industry 2004, fell in love with the culture, and since 2004 I'm in it, so 20 years now, and I saw so many changes. But before Instagram, it was like, okay, everybody's doing their things. You have like some magazines, you had the conventions and everything. Then Instagram came. A lot of people from other industries joined the tattoo industry and the culture, like architects, painters, designers, and they brought like this new mindset. We talked about this in the last episode, and then the worldwide hype came and everybody was like, what is this contemporary tattooing? It's so exciting. It's amazing. And everybody wanted it. And it became this big movement and it was like a gold rush for everybody. And like it was a super fun time. Yeah. Also connecting all over the world with artists. Yeah. And then the lockdowns hit. We had COVID. This changed a lot. Yeah. This put the whole industry in a new direction because suddenly you have all these people during the lockdowns that decided to become a tattoo artist or a tattooist, right? And so you still had like the hype and everything was going crazy and people had that COVID money and stuff like this, right? Yeah. And now you saw in the last years, because people just got into the industry and they just like started tattooing somehow, and then you had all these Pinterest designs and just like things repeating themselves, and it became so boring at some point, right? Yeah, wow, that's interesting to hear you say that.
I was depressed, like
really.
I was depressed. I was like for a couple months in a hole from this industry because
it bored the fuck out of me.
Wow.
Like, I remember back in the days, like, let's say 2018, when Mommy I'm Sorry was coming up and about to pop, I was waking up in the morning, I was checking Instagram every day just to see what everybody's doing because I was so fucking excited about it.
It was very exciting. There was so much change, so many new things. Like, it was like every day was something exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
New ideas, new concepts, new designs. Then when we started doing the videos and then everybody started doing videos and then I was like, oh shit, they did this now. We have to like do something better, come up with something new. And it was like this competitive but friendly community. Everybody knew each other. This was fucking amazing. And now you have like this huge market, like a lot of tattoo artists, a lot of studios, and now we're in a time where the whole industry will change. Yeah. And I'm super excited about where it's gonna go because, like I said, I was so fucking bored of everything because I saw the same tattoos all the time. And then I couldn't, like, when you showed me any account or any tattoo picture in 2019, I could tell you, oh, this is Jake Berry, just by the picture. Mm-hmm. Or, oh, this is Pavel Indulski, this is Oscar. Just I saw the tattoo, even with like fine line flower artists or whatever, just because of the pose, the picture, the tone of the colors and everything. And now, bro, everything looks the same. There's no new idea.
Well, let me ask you this: is there like a limit? You think, like, is there a limit to what can actually be new? Like, I think, like, basically what I'm saying is, can you take tattoos only so far? You know what I mean? Like, where I feel like all of a sudden there was like 2 years we were just seeing all this new stuff because we were like pushing what could be done, but maybe we reached the limit.
Technically, in the handcraft, yes.
You think so?
Yes, definitely. How can you do a tattoo more micro or more realistic or more, like, I think technically you're on a level right now which is fucking insane. And also the overall standard in the industry rose up so high that, like, I remember when we started, let's say in Stuttgart, the city where Mommy I'm Sorry is located, back when we started, there were like maybe 10 tattoo shops and all of them were shit. You know, now there's like maybe 300, 400 tattoo shops in the city, and it's a small city, right? And like most of them are solid, like not innovative, no new designs or anything, but just from the craft, they're solid. So it's even hard to find a place where you get a bad tattoo.
I know what you mean, yeah. So then what is it, what's the next, what's new then? Like, where do you take it if it's not technically?
So first you have to realize what is the status right now? Where do we come from? Like, tattooing didn't start as an industry. It was a movement, it was a culture, it was a mindset, it was like on the outside of the normal society. And there was a commitment to it. Like, when you get heavily tattooed, you cannot be part of normal society. And this was like the thing that separated tattoo culture from normal people, right? So over the years, starting like 2006, I think it was something like this, when Miami Ink aired the first time, right? This was the way into the living rooms of the suburbs, right? All over the world. And then all the musicians get tattoos, all the athletes and everything. So it became more and more normal. I remember when we started the shop, everybody wanted like to have a hidden tattoo, like on the chest, maybe upper arm, on the back, right? Because also in my mind, if you want a tattoo on the hand or the neck, you have to fucking earn it, right? So you have to be heavily tattooed before that. But nowadays, like, people get their first tattoo on the throat or in the face or on the hand, because this culture or like this tradition and the mindset of the culture is not that spread out, because we became from subculture, culture to absolute mainstream. So, but everything did. Like, in my opinion, there is no subculture anymore. Like, go in any field, because everything is globalized and everything is kind of the same, and everybody has access to everything and can be whatever they want to be. And so we became totally mainstream, and now we have to see, what changed? How does the field change? Because you need to learn the new rules. How can you win a game if you don't know the rules, you know? And the new rules is, in my opinion, because tattoo artists, and we have to separate, right? When we're talking about tattoo artists, like emphasis on the word artist, and tattooers, where you can be a super good tattooer, super good at your craft and the tattooing, but maybe you're not an artist because you're not creating something new. For me, an artist is somebody who sees something in his inner world and creates it in the real world. So maybe it's even with a commentary on the current zeitgeist or the situation, and you make people feel something about it and resonate with it and like open up a mind, and it touches them or something, right? It makes something with you.
Yeah.
If you go through a museum, everything is kind of art, but there's only a couple of paintings where you're really stuck and you like keep looking at it for hours and you just like think about stuff. So when we look at any other creative field, right? Like, because I always say tattoo industry is like very close to music industry and to fashion industry, because it kind of has the same characters in it and the same like laws of physics, let's say, right? And tattoo artists from before COVID that were like big and hyped, or still are used to, I do a great tattoo, I put it online, it goes fucking viral, that's it.
Yeah.
So here's my work, that's it. There's no other creative industry that works that way.
Yeah. We got very lucky.
Like, there was always a time where this worked, but we are past that time.
Yeah.
So if you look at music industry, there's no musician, maybe there's like one or two, but super rare. But basically there's no musician that just puts out a song and says, okay, here's my song, and now let's go crazy with this. You always have like this promotion and the promo phase around it. They tell a story and they create the whole character, because the art is not just the art, it's everything around it. It's you as an artist, how you present it and how you give people access to your own universe and how you create something.
Well, yeah, because I have a line that I have it in my presentation tomorrow. You can't assume that your work will speak for itself.
Yes.
You just can't. Like, you have to be able to package up your work. And maybe there was a time when musicians could just make good music, and that was enough. That did exist at one point, but now, like, and it is a similar culture. It's a rock and roll culture.
Yeah.
Where it was like, a bunch of outsiders in the norm, kind of similar to how the tattoo industry used to be. So just making that comparison, and we saw that shift where, like, okay, well, that's no longer good enough. You can't just be a really good musician. You have to package yourself, right? And now I see that happening in the tattoo industry. But you can, and we had this conversation earlier, where you can look at a tattoo, and it used to be like, oh, that's that person's tattoo. I know who did that tattoo. And now it's like, well, that could have been that person, or it could have been someone down the road. And that actually happened. I was in New York, and I was at a cafe, and I was ordering a coffee, and I saw this guy's tattoo, and I said, hey, I love your work. I love that guy's work, and I pulled it up on Instagram, and he's like, oh, yeah, no, he didn't do that. And it was literally the exact type of work he does. So I was like, oh, wow. I was like, where'd you get it? And he's like, oh, just some guy down the road. And so I'm like, that's crazy now that you have artists all over the place that can produce the same quality. So now how do artists stand out in that? If everyone's doing the same work, producing the same quality of work, what do you do to, like, be an artist in that kind of market?
This is the point where I think your personal brand, the experience with you as an artist, becomes the stepping stone to something higher and bigger. Because let's assume
okay, everybody is good at tattooing.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Because it's a skill.
Yeah.
If you throw yourself into it and you have a little bit of talent, you can learn it, right?
Yeah.
So it's a skill. And then everybody now can AI generate a design. I can just prompt Midjourney, hey, here is like some Oscar Camo designs, create me something similar to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a rose in it and like a skull and like all the basic stuff. And then it gives me the design, right? So, okay, bam, here you are, you have it. And then you can tattoo it. So basically, it's just a job.
Right.
So, but at the point where you create an experience and create unique art that only you do, because what does AI do? Like if it generates a design, it needs a reference, right? It needs like a point of reference, and you can take the whole culture in itself. Like I always try to imagine like the culture as a bowl, and there are all the ideas and everything that happened from Sailor Jerry to Christian Wahrlich to the first tattoos like 5,000 years ago. All of this is in that culture, right, in this bowl. And our job, I used to think about it when I did personal consults for all our clients in the shop back in the days when I did them all by myself for all the artists that worked with me, residents, guest artists, when I did all the bookings. And clients came in with ideas, and I always asked them like, okay, I see your design. It's like maybe an hourglass or something. Let's say something super basic. And I thought, look, we did this like a couple times already. Tell me, why do you want to get a tattoo? Like, what is the idea behind it? And then people open up and tell me the story about like, this happened and I want to maybe celebrate this, or it's in memory of something, or I have this feeling about it.
Yeah.
And then I look at you and I'm like, oh, you know what? Would be a great fit for you if we do something like this.
Yeah.
And then I was always able to like get into the mind of all the artists that I work with and like understand the styles that they're doing, and then just like sketch up a rough concept of like, hey, we could do something like this and put in my ideas and whatever, and then just like communicate it to the artist that I'm working with. I had the talk with Jake and he likes this, and then maybe I thought we can do this, but you do your own twist around it.
Yeah.
And this was like a personal consult, style consult, like if you go to a tailor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was like a different kind of service, and I want to go more back on this in Mommy I'm Sorry and all my shops, that we do like tailored, bespoke concepts for you, where we understand your idea, what you want to represent, without just like taking whatever. Because of course, growing up in the industry, we changed from personal consults to emails because we couldn't handle everything at once. It was just too much. People just coming in wanting a consult. It was like we could not provide that anymore. Then we switched up to emails. Then we built up an online shop where my artists are able to upload their designs, and you can go on the website. People scroll through the designs that are available, and the website is connected to my calendar system that we built ourselves in the shop, right? And you can actually buy the design online, book the appointment because you see what dates are available. You book it, you pay it, and then it's done. It's set up. It's good for the artist because they are able to like post their designs.
Yeah.
And for the client, it's super convenient, right? If you don't have any idea what you want to get, or if you don't want anything specific. And now I want to go back to create this experience in the shop where you come, set up an appointment for a personal consult, like tailor-made, bespoke. Okay, because I see the time of, oh, I saw something like this and I want it that way, is kind of over because people are full of it. Like also clients, because you had this 2 years where everybody did their Pinterest tattoos, or like, oh, I saw something online and then they got it everywhere. And now you are at the point where clients go on vacation, they see somebody with the exact same tattoo.
Yeah.
And now they understand like, oh, this is why we don't do that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I was fading. I was like, we were going away from the question, like for the personal brand, because creating a personal brand for you as an artist and like an experience.
Yeah, but how do you do that? How do you create a personal brand? Like what is something that an artist can take away from this tonight and say,
why
okay,
are you tattooing?
Why are you tattooing?
Why are you tattooing?
So ask yourself that.
For example, like, what makes you special? Like, why? People always blame the algorithms. Like, oh, the algorithm got bad. No, the algorithm didn't. Maybe it changed, but your posts don't go viral because it's fucking boring. Like, everybody's posting the same shit and expect like different outcomes, or that this one goes viral if I use certain hashtags or post at a certain time. This is over. This doesn't affect anything. Does your work or how the way how you present it resonate with people or not? Does it something with them or not? And like, if you want to build a personal brand, you need to, even like for all the new artists that try to build up their Instagram account, let's just stick with Instagram for now. Ask yourself, why should people follow you? Like, why do I want to see you on my feed? Like, is it giving me anything good in my day? Because we are now in a time or in an era where you like oversaturated with content. Everybody's fighting for your attention, and then comes the tattoo artist that look at my work. But I saw this so many times already.
Okay. Well, let me ask this then. So if there's an artist right now listening to this and saying, okay, yeah, fair enough, I don't have anything fresh, I don't have anything new to offer, why should someone follow me? I don't know. I don't have anything. So how do I find that thing? What is that thing that I can do that's new and fresh?
Experiment, work on it. Like, first of all, unfollow every tattoo artist. Like, go the hard way. Yeah, stop getting inspired by other tattoo artists. Like, go back to different times, eras, different crafts or arts, and get like new inspiration. Because what happened during COVID, because we all sat at home, we all watched the same fucking content, the same shit on Netflix and whatever, and everybody got like leveled on the same inspiration. That's why during COVID, when you took a closer look, all over the world, like they had the same input, and everybody came up with the same artistic ideas. And I was like, yeah, okay, but then I understood, everybody just watched the same memes and TikToks or whatever, right? Yeah. Everything got viral, and this was your inspiration. But go offline maybe, and then go back to, why are you tattooing? Why do you want to do this? Like, is it just the money? If it's just the money you want to make, just become a super good tattoo artist, like in the craft. Just become a super good tattooer. Go to a crowded place, like vacations thing, and tattoo the whatever people want, just like random, right? Then you can make money. But if you are in the game because you want to be respected inside the culture, here's where I drifted off, right? The bowl of culture. Oh, yeah. Because now, during COVID, everybody came into the industry and just took from the bowl. Yeah. Without adding something to it. So there was all this work that has been done, all the designs, all the ideas, and people just came and took from it, making money with it, without like expanding it and without bringing something new. And first I was like hoping for the next generation of artists, and then I was this was the point where I was like, fuck, nobody's like, I don't see anybody doing something new. Like, I want to pass the torch a little bit, you know. I just want to enjoy the next generation and see what they do. And then I was like, okay, fuck, I don't see that happening. Then you had like this kind of hype of like super trash tattoos. Like, you guys in California have this hype. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
That's how I started. That worked out good for me.
No, but like, I mean, if people want it, it always has like the how you call it, the right to exist, right? Like, everybody can do whatever the fuck they want. But I just didn't get like, oh, there was like this weird moment in time where like, did you see Billie Eilish's back tattoo?
No.
It's fucking horrible.
Really? I haven't seen it.
Like, just from my perspective, from the culture, I was like, okay, shit, why do people get something like this. Because
Billy, if you need someone to help you out with that, let me know.
I think she loves it. I mean, it's cool, right? It's just
it's a look. Yeah.
It's a look. It's a vibe. It's super trashy, and basically that's okay, because I also think that every tattoo is just like a time capsule of like a moment in time and of a vibe, you know. And then I get a lot of tattoos, just like randomly stupid shit. And yes, so how can you add to the culture in this time? Because everybody's grabbing for attention. All the doors are already open. Everybody did every design, something like this. But there's always a new flip to it. Like, everybody's good at tattooing. So maybe there's another way how you can stand out. Maybe it's the marketing. Maybe it's the way you present yourself. Maybe it's the experience that you give to people. Maybe it's just the vibe you have, or you stick to a certain style and try to innovate that style and develop it a little bit.
This is just normal business. This like that's what it sounds like to me. If you go to any other industry, that's just how they talk about the industry.
Yeah,
it's we're now a market that's I wouldn't even say it's oversaturated. It's just saturated, just like any other market, any other industry. And in the other industries, they have to figure out creative ways to market themselves, creative ways to like get ahead of their competition, to stand out. You know, when things get really muddy and flat. And now we're at a point where we have to do that, and we're not used to that. You know, like we were in a time where it was you could just be good at tattooing, and people were like, oh, let me get on your books, you know? And you didn't have to put any effort in. And now we're coming into this point where we have to put effort in. And that's hard and it's scary for people. But I do think, and I want to get into this because we were talking about this at dinner. I thought this was really good. I wish we just set up the mics at dinner and hit record because it was good. But we talked about how now all of a sudden you don't have the entire industry shifting as a whole. You have the industry shifting into different sections where you have a tattoo industry that is getting cheaper and more accessible to everyone. You can go down the street anywhere, basically, in a major city and get a pretty good tattoo. That's not rare anymore. But then you have this other side of the industry that is, you know, very good as well. Maybe there's less of a noticeable difference in the quality of work between the two, but there's something different about that. It's the same thing. You can make the comparison in design where you have these designer fashion companies, and then you also have like H&M, you know, and both look good, both are very fashionable and stylish, but there's a price difference, there's a status difference, there's you know what I mean? There's a shift now in the tattoo industry, and I think we're going in that direction.
Yes, like I like to compare it to fashion, because in fashion you have, like, if you take Shein or Zara, like super big companies that copy a lot of designs of big brands, and they copy it so fast that you do a Balenciaga fashion show and they do Zara releases like the copy drop before even Balenciaga does the drop, you know. So it makes luxury design look super accessible and affordable and like for everybody,
right?
Which is kind of cool also. But you also have the people who want the original. This is of course a smaller market. This is because this is a market where people spend more money. This is a luxury market. It was always niche. And if you want to become this as a tattoo artist, then you have to ask yourself, okay, how is it with fashion? Why do people buy this? So there's two reasons. So because in high fashion, you have, or like maybe free, you have different types of people who buy that. First, there's the price tag. People who have this big logo thing, status, look at me, I paid $800 for a t-shirt, right? So you can do this as an artist, for example. You could just like claim and shout out your price. You can say, okay, my price is $10,000. You do TikToks about it and you upload it. People gonna hate you. They're gonna talk shit about you. It will go super viral. And then you set up your price point. And then there will be some people that will say, okay, the tattoos are good. I like that guy.
It's exclusive.
It's exclusive.
Only
it's like
a few people can afford it.
I want to have it.
Yeah.
Right? So then you have people
who buy like, let's stick with fashion, who buy high quality clothes with no logos on it, like quite luxury stuff. This is the type of people that really know about what they're buying. Like they just want to have the quality, and they will go into the research. Oh, I want this tattoo. Who is the best person that does it? Price doesn't matter, right? So, and they will dig deep and ask around and like do their research. And then you have people who are collectors or just like part of the culture who know their shit. And then they know, oh, I want this artist and I know his price or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you want to position yourself in that area, then you have to bring something to the table.
Yeah.
Then you have to come up with something. Either it's crazy ass marketing and you're like super funny or whatever, or you're just like a super good designer and you bring up a new design. Like you bring up a new style, like something people resonate with, and that is like timeless. Timeless is very important. And then you can do it. But this is a small circle. If you want to get in there, it's not fucking easy. You have to come up with something. That's why it's so hard to get there, and it should be. And then also, because the very important thing about building the brand and doing the marketing is also like understand, oh, marketing changed a lot. Like we can go in so many directions in this podcast now. Like for example, how did AI affect marketing? How do new social media platforms affect marketing? How does like word of mouth now work? So, and when we start talking about this, what will happen? Most of people in the industry will feel like overwhelmed,
right?
Because it is fucking overwhelming.
Yeah,
you know, it's a fucking lot. And as a single artist or shop owner, you cannot do it. Like it's, and this is where this culture is like drifting apart right now, because everybody is focusing on their own problems. They see the industry changes. They are overwhelmed with new technology and like with the pressure and like the ego, because you used to be up here. Now you see it's drifting down and it's like you can't get a hold of it, what's happening. And then maybe you don't have like the free mind for creating something new. And this is where we should come together as a culture again and get closer together, especially the people adding to the bowl, and like go together in the same direction of like, oh, this is our thing. This is our culture. This is what we fought for. This is what we built. And now we're just letting it like go. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is our thing. We are the ones that are able to evolve it and like shape it in the right direction and be a fucking good role model to the next generation.
How do we do that?
Come to mommy, I'm sorry. Join the cult. No. Yes, basically.
Travel, meet other people.
Participate in the culture.
Yeah.
Participate in the culture. Be open, because, like I said before, I had this depression with myself, or like just depression with because of the industry, because everything got so fucking boring, and I was like, yeah, okay, where is this going now? Like I spent my whole life like building something, and like now it's still up to me or what? And now I see that the next generation of artists, they come up with new fucking marketing ideas. Like TikTok became such a funny fucking place, and it evolved, and I see all these young artists like coming up with ideas how to present themselves and like just playing around so effortlessly, and this is exciting.
Yeah.
I love this. But at the same time, I see a lot of contemporary artists, or not even just contemporary artists, but like artists that are in the game for a longer time, that are frustrated with that because they may be overwhelmed, or they don't want to join another platform. They don't want to do that because you still think, oh, just putting out the work is enough, without like creating the whole universe around it, or the concept, or like giving people access to it by standing out with a marketing. Because right now, promoting yourself is you can compare it to having like a small shop in Hong Kong in the 30th floor. This is what social media marketing is right now. Everybody is shouting for attention. Everybody is going crazy. And if you want to expand your clients, or like just set up a client base in the beginning, you have to stand out and like come up with something. Maybe it's your personality. Maybe it's the style that you do. Maybe it's just a different approach, or just the vibe that you give, because there are so many niches right now that you can go into. When we started, we had to do everything like in tattoo styles. Now you can choose a niche, what you like, and just like become great at it. And I think now is the point where I also like consider myself like old school at this moment, you know, because I remember when there was a time when the old school artists told us, yeah, you fine line artists, that shit won't hold. Go fuck yourself. You're destroying the industry. Va, 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 va. And
now you're seeing that with the new generation.
Yes, because I see a lot of tattoo artists that started in contemporary a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I have not thought about
going
it like this
in
before.
that position of like, fuck TikTok, fuck this, I don't want to do this is all bullshit. But you can. This is the progress in the industry. This is how
they're becoming the thing they hated. That is funny. I've never thought of that, but that's true. You can't stay stuck. You have to adapt. I mean, you don't have to, but like if you want to continue in this industry, I think it's like so important to adapt. And that's, we saw that not that long ago, 10 years ago, like you said, with the old school guys, talking shit on this newer kind of way of tattooing. And now it's happening with these newer ways of promoting yourself and branding yourself. And I mean, it's just so important to keep up. Tattooing is more now than just doing good tattoos.
Yes,
it's become
but it
so much
should
more
be.
than that. Yeah,
it was always more than just doing good tattoos.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
it's a lifestyle. It's like a commitment, because you do something permanent.
Yeah,
like, and just being inside this culture, I always wondered why clients come to Mami. I'm sorry. Of course, there was like obvious reasons with like, good tattoo artists and like quality and the experience and everything. And at the same time, I wondered, why do artists come to Mami? I'm sorry. Because basically we're a tattoo shop, even though I call ourselves a tattoo boutique. And it's the vibe. It's just like the vibe we create all together. It's not just me, it's my whole team. It's everybody takes part of it in creating something, and our clients see that and they just want to enjoy the day with us. Like when they come to the boutique, they're like, oh, I saw this online and I can spend my whole day here and everything. And this is a very important part of the job, because like I said, in a time where everybody's grasping for your attention, you get flooded with content and like advertisements and everything. When you do a tattoo, you have your client's attention for 7 hours.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah.
This is like from the experience you can create with your client inside your shop with your team. This is a chance where you have to act and make something special for them.
Yeah.
That people go out of the session and they're like, oh fuck, I had a great day. I got a great tattoo. I'm super happy. Because the thing about tattoo industry that made me really fall in love with it and like throw myself into it. Because during my life, I did many other businesses besides tattooing, right? So I did some gastronomy business. I had a bar. I was part owner of a club, of a restaurant, and I did some stuff on the side. I was not good at it. I crashed, but I when I was young, this was about like when I was 21, something like this. I really wanted to open a bar because I loved hanging in bars and drinking and stuff like this. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to open a bar. Bro, it was horrible. And what I hated the most about it was like, I was running the shop on the side because tattooing was still like very small. And what I hated the most about it was at my peak in that gastronomy business, I had like 60 employees. I was 22 years old, 23, something
Wow.
like this. And it was the night business. So the bars and the restaurant and the club, they were open like at night, and you go there, you spend the whole night there. You drink a little bit with people, you eat shit. And the thing is, it was, I went, for example, into the bar, and I knew everybody there is stealing from me, is lying to me, they're lying to each other, they're stealing from each other, tips or whatever. And it was just like super negative. But with tattooing, it's 100% positive. Because your client, they're excited about their tattoo session.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go to the shop, they get a nice tattoo, they have a great day. You get to create super nice tattoos. You do a fucking cool job, you travel and stuff like this. Of course, there's always a negative side somewhere, but basically it's 100% pure
Pretty cool
positivity.
Gig. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And you have to enjoy it and put some fun into it. And I see a lot of new artists like having just fun on TikTok, getting clients on TikTok, pushing it, because this is the way now to transport your vision or like give people access to your art.
Well, I think like you asked, okay, why do people come get tattooed at Mummy I'm Sorry, or why do artists come to Mummy I'm Sorry? And I think like it is like you invite people. You guys do a good job at inviting people into your world, like online, you know. So you get people that like get familiar with that, you know, and I think like that's a lot of artists do that, and when they're good at that, I think it like adds so much to the experience of going there, and like we talked about this earlier, where let's just use Carolina for example. If I saw someone with a tattoo on their arm and it looked like a cool floral Carolina tattoo, I was like, oh, that's a beautiful tattoo, and I asked where they got it. If they said Carolina, I would be like excited. Oh, that's a Carolina tattoo.
Okay, but this is a very important point.
Yeah.
This is a very important point.
But if it was someone else and it looked exactly the same, and I've never heard of them, I wouldn't be as excited, even though it's the same tattoo.
Yes. But this is the part where personal brand comes into
exactly.
it. You know Carolina just because you know Carolina, but
no, but I'm invited by her into her world. I get to know her a little bit online. I get to like see that experience. You know what I mean?
And you have to expand this to all your clients,
exactly.
or just like bring people into your world that they're just as excited as you about to see that tattoo. You know, because you know who did it the best in the industry ever? Triton, bro. When this was like 2018, I think.
He was the best at that.
He did like this daily vlogs. People knew everything about him. They know Holly. They know his dogs. They know.
No, he was the peak at that. There was no one doing it as good as him, and I felt like that just carried him so far.
Absolutely, but this is like the benchmark.
Yeah.
You need to be like, he set this bar 2017, 2018.
Absolutely.
Now you have to go crazier than that.
Yeah.
And this was fucking amazing. Maxi also did it.
Yeah.
And he did a really good job at it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And it paid off for them. Mm-hmm. Right? We're still talking about it. I think
they have a strong brand.
Yeah, and also like probably all the new artists that joined the industry, they probably never saw the vlogs.
Right.
You know, so when we talk about it right now, there's no archive. You cannot see what he posted and shit.
Yeah.
Triton, you should repost that, like do a Triton archive page or something, just to show people what it was like.
For sure.
And I see a lot of artists on TikTok doing something like this, like just in a modern language, because Triton's videos were like high quality, very high effort, and I think that's why he stopped doing it. But the new generation, they do it so effortlessly. They just film something with their phone, edit it on CapCut or edits or whatever. Just do it real quick, rough. Because we create a lot of content on in Mummy I'm Sorry, and all the other shops at Pardon Paris, Gone Berlin, Muttersöhne in Cologne. And we were always thriving like to this crazy edits and doing everything cinematic and crazy. This was our style that we established, and this also peaked. Like we could go crazier in edits, and we could go even crazier in like transitions or whatever, but it's not the zeitgeist anymore. You know, because we are also changing a lot of the content we are doing right now.
Yeah. Well, you guys set the bar pretty high. You set that bar as well.
Thank you so much.
You know what I mean?
But we are also like in a time or in a situation where we're like trying to redefine ourselves and reinvade. Reinvade it, because we came to the conclusion, okay, we did all the high quality videos.
Yeah.
We did the tattoo process videos where you do a tattoo, we present a tattoo, until it came to a point where we thought, oh, so basically we did everything already, and a lot of videos look like ours, and everything becomes like replaceable, and it's not something that is giving value to the culture on a long run. So that's why we're changing the way we're doing content right now to present more of your personality as an artist, to add to the culture, and with the focus on it that if you watch the video in 2 years, it still relevant, has value.
Yeah. It's, I think there's a balance, because what I try to achieve in my content or in my brand or whatever you want to call it is high level, exclusive, but accessible. And I think that like there's a fine line, no pun intended, but there's a limit where you can go too far. Like say if Mommy I'm Sorry was like, okay, like we have all the cool transitions, we have all, it like looks like a music video, it looks like whatever, let's make even more of that, like let's push it further. Then I feel like you get into this unachievable, inaccessible realm.
Yes.
Where it's like it's not some. It's like, oh, that's too far out of my grasp. You know, and like bringing it back down to the consumer. Like, oh yeah, I can reach out to them.
We actually reached exactly that point.
Do you think so? Yeah.
I think so.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
Like, because for me, of course, I see the changes in the industry, and I want to stay ahead. And Jack, bro, you can't imagine all the sleepless nights that I'm just like laying there and thinking about, okay, fuck, what is if everything is over tomorrow? If nobody wants our shit anymore? What if, well, fuck, we just built this new crazy shop on 700 square meters. What if we fuck up tomorrow, And we because I came to the realization, we put it on this high level that maybe people think, I cannot ever get a tattoo appointment there.
Yeah.
And because some clients, when I talk to clients, they're like, I assumed it takes me 2 years to get an appointment.
Yeah, I just didn't even try.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this really happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I should change that, because I want to be accessible.
Yeah.
And I want to do cool tattoos with my team and everything. I want this to be a creative place, and not just like, you have to be super rich and stylish to get there. And I also want to show more of the clients in the videos.
Yeah.
Just to show you, it's like we're all normal people, because with social media and like the presence of social media, we all took it to a level that is just like insane. And it's fun. It's fun to do it. I love to do it, because for me it's aesthetically pleasing, and it's just my own expectation of ourselves where we want to get artistically and marketing wise. But if you really want to do cool marketing that works, you have to ask yourself, okay, how do I get clients?
Yeah,
and how do I build something that is lasting? And
that could be done with the smallest bit of equipment.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You don't need a lot. Like I I was telling you this, that if I had to start over right now, if I was a new tattoo artist getting into tattooing, I would probably not even buy a camera right now.
Yeah, no.
I would use my phone and I would post 4 times a day on my phone, put up stories all the time of just whatever. But I think like there's this generation of tattoo artists that, and that era of tattoo culture that you were talking about, where we really like built a brand around like high quality, and like I feel like it's hard to come back away from that into low quality. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so now I feel like I'm always like, oh, I want to make a video, but let me set up my lights and my camera, and it's such a hassle. I guess I'll do it tomorrow. You know, and like, but if I just took out my phone and did something, and I'm trying to get better at that, and I'm finding the balance, there's like, that's all you need now. You know what I mean? And I feel like really, for at least for tattoo artists that are just on their own trying to get new clients, that's
So,
really all you need.
think about it this way. What is the first thing that people say when they see a Picasso painting in the museum?
I could do that?
Yes.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
the thing is with Picasso, for example, if you look at his work, he was able to do super realistic portraits,
Yeah.
but he chose to do
Yeah.
surrealistic and all the styles that he did.
Right.
I'm not familiar with all the names of the styles, but he chose to do that.
Yeah.
He chose to break the rules of that time because people were like shocked. They're like,
Yeah.
why the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah.
And of course, now you look at it and now you're like, oh yeah, I could have done that. But in that time, have the balls and come up with the idea of doing that, that was like progressive. That was something new.
Yeah.
And then you have all these crazy painters around you and you're like, yeah, just do this.
Yeah.
Here, this is art. This
Yeah.
is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And this is the mindset you should have right now. It's not about like in the tattoos should be quality tattoos.
Yes.
Like even if you do like even if you do ignorant style,
Yeah.
it should be like still solid work.
Yeah.
You should know what you're doing. And if you do ignorant, it should be because you choose to do ignorant,
Yeah.
not just because you could not do better.
Yeah. That's like a style in itself.
It's a style in itself, and it's just the zeitgeist. It's just like, you can even compare it to music again,
Yeah.
right? Look at Drake, for example. Yeah, he did rap. He did like rap over house beats to get played on Ibiza. He did like different styles, but you always hear, oh, it's a Drake song. Even
Yeah.
it's basically a different genre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you change styles. You just like, this is what's exciting about being an artist.
Yeah.
Because you cannot do the same stuff all the time. You need to be challenged a little bit. Of course, I understand this is now a generational thing because we all get older. Like, we the new old school artists, right? And we just don't want to do it anymore, and you just want to do your job and tattoo. And this is fine. But then you need to figure out a way to do this in like peace and quiet and like get a stable client base. And this could also be about experience because not everything has to be online. Like I said, you have the full attention of your client while they're with you getting the tattoo. If you create a great experience, they will come back, they will tell their friends,
Yeah.
and you build an offline client base.
Yeah, you can't forget about that part. You can't spend all your time online
No.
focusing on getting clients like that and then forget about the time that it's actually
This
there
is
tattooing.
this is what everything should be about. But
Yeah.
of course, you need to get people into your chair, and because we also see that the way people get in touch with your brand or with you as an artist changes also because, again, online attention, but you have short attention span and like so much content, and people go back on real life experience. That's why we are organizing more events in the shops, just like to create a vibe for the people and an experience that, oh, I love this shop, I love being there, I love the people there. And
for example, with the new Mommy I'm Sorry boutique, because we moved locations a month ago, or 2 months ago, and we were building the new location for about a year.
Wow.
Bro, we spent maybe $1 million or something.
What?
You have to come visit the shop. It's insane.
Oh my God.
It's fucking insane. And for the opening party, we created the world's first tattoo runway show, where we chose different artists. It was Matteo Nangeroni, Peliosa, Romari from Pardon Paris, Silas, Mary Rain, and Junjun and Jeon from South Korea, because I wanted to bring the art to a level where you can compare designs to a new fashion drop, like that you get excited about it. It's not just like, oh, I want this tattoo, I saw this on Instagram or whatever, but that artists are able in the long run to present their new designs like a new fashion drop, and they should respect their designs the way like a new fashion drop, like not just draw the same shit that you always did, but keep your style and keep evolving and bring something new to the table, add something to this culture bowl that it keeps growing and gets more exciting. Because what happened back in the days, 2015-ish, that time, right? When Instagram blew up and contemporary tattooing blew up and tattoos in general, it was because everything became exciting because so many people were enthusiastic about it and just discovered it, and they were like just hyping it, and it flooded away a little bit. So the industry is not exciting anymore, and we as a culture, we should get it back to the excitement.
Yeah.
And for the single shop and the single person artist, it's fucking hard. But that's why we should come together and create it together and like go in the right direction to make things crazy again, that people love it and want to be part of it. Just like to create this Andy Warhol, the factory vibe. Just like, oh, this is a place. And Mommy I'm Sorry, for example, is a place where you just go, you have a good time, you get creative, you get inspired, you see a lot of great artists always there, and you just like keep on creating.
Yeah.
And have fun with it, and just like get some love for the culture and for the craft and for the art again. Because even what we are doing right now, doing this podcast, of course, it's brand building for you, for me. It's a great thing, but at the same time, it's culture.
Yeah.
It's creating culture and adding
Community.
to the bowl.
Yeah.
Yes. So I hope some new artists listen to this, watch this, get inspired. I hope some older artists can get their inspiration out of it and like motivation to create some TikToks or like come up with new ideas or new ways to present their work to make it accessible again. Because we should build this culture like bigger and bigger and bigger and just make it fucking exciting, because we're not creating art that you can resell. It's not a painting, it's not a shoe, it's not a piece of jewelry. Yeah, it is something that a person owns for the rest of their life. And when they decide to get it, they should be as excited about it as you are to be part of this culture. Sure, it's not for everybody. A lot of people will go to the street shop that charges like $50 for a tattoo. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's their right to exist. And if people want to get that, if people want to do that, let them do that. That's absolutely fine. But you have to decide as an artist, as a shop owner, as part of this industry, on which side do you want to be? Do you just want to be on the, oh, I take and I try to make money side and whatever? Or are you in it for the love and you want to create something? So, and if you want to do it, just do it. Like, there's so many ways. And as a new artist, I would, coming up as a new artist, I would treat TikTok as my advertisement. Go hard on it, experiment on it. Don't be ashamed of doing something, because the funny thing about TikTok is, if a post doesn't go viral, nobody fucking sees it. Yeah, it's just like sitting on your feed. Nobody scrolls through your feed.
Yeah.
They just see the video. So, and treat Instagram as your gallery. There you can do all your aesthetic stuff and like the brand building and the
But
CI.
try things on TikTok.
Yeah, just like get out there because, bro, we are also like, because TikTok is better for the artist, like for your personal brand, than for the shop. Of course, with the shop, you can also do funny TikToks or like great marketing. We're still playing around with that. We had some super viral TikToks. We had some TikToks with like 20 views, you know, and at the same time, we had some with 2 million views.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of experimenting on like, okay, where do we want to go with the content right now? Because I want to be more educating to clients, but also documenting the culture and like the industry itself.
Yeah.
Because I think it's very important to appreciate artists and the work that they are doing, just out of the respect for the art. And I want to bring a narrative into the industry, and at the same time educate the clients about like, oh, what is a Jake Berry tattoo? What is a Ben Tats tattoo? What is a Slavena Vena tattoo? All the different styles and everything. And because I personally don't scroll a lot on TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok. I mean, I have an account, but I don't go on it.
Yeah, but yeah, you should from time to time, because I was like doom scrolling the last week, just because like we are thinking about, oh, what kind of new content we want to create for TikTok, and I was doom scrolling it. Bro, I spent so many hours on that.
Just seeing what's doing well.
No, I was just trapped. I was just trapped.
That's funny. It got you.
It got me so hard.
That's funny.
And I cannot consume it for too long, because it really exhausts me. Like,
of course.
Because I'm always extreme with everything that I do, and then like one day I was like doom scrolling for 5 hours on TikTok, and after it I was so empty. I felt so sad, and I don't know why. It just like drained me so hard. But I was at the same time, like while scrolling, so excited to see and to realize, look, there's this new generation of artists. They do funny stuff or like explain their work, and they get like 20 million views, 500,000 likes, and I'm like, fuck, this is insane, because you cannot reach that audience on Instagram.
Yeah.
So as an artist, you should go on TikTok, you should produce content there, and like just present your art yourself and figure out a way of how the platform works and how the language there is. I see with our apprentices, sometimes they just post like a slide of random pictures that I would never approve, like quality-wise, whatever, you know? Bro, they get like 2 million views.
Yeah.
And then this is where I see like, oh, I'm the old school guy now, because like I'm a little bit detached from that zeitgeist, you know?
Yeah, that's funny.
And I try to still like be on the pulse of time and like get a hold of it.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing scrolling for 5 hours. And this is like an absolutely new field.
So just to maybe like as a conclusion, are you feeling optimistic about the future of tattooing?
Yes, definitely. It will change. It is changing, and it has changed. It changed so many times over the past decades. And right now we just have to figure out which direction it goes, and then realize we can shape the direction where it goes by bringing in a narrative, by branding yourselves, and like getting the word out, talking about it, connecting with each other, because everybody is so isolated right now. And just as an artist, as a young artist, go travel, go try to build a brand for yourself, because
I don't have a example from the top of my mind right now. For example, take again the music example. When we go to talk about marketing and music, you always have to look at rap because they did it the best, because it's just the culture of hip hop to present yourself and tell everybody how good you are and who you are and whatever. So I think one of the biggest rap debuts ever in history was 50 Cent. And you can say 50 Cent, oh, the guy who got shot 9 times, oh, the guy with the bulletproof vest on his on stage, oh, the hustler guy. So you have like different names for 50 Cent. And the same thing you can like transfer to tattooing. You can become the tattoo artist. Yeah, you can become the dog tattoo artist, or the, like Alessandro Capozzi did now, oh, the singing artist.
Yeah.
You know, like bring an adjective into it that people understand it in one line, who you are.
It's interesting.
This is your personal brand.
That's good. Find that one thing. It could be a couple things, like you said.
It could be.
You just have to find it. And that comes with trial and error, experiment.
Definitely. And asking yourself,
explore.
What makes you special and why are you tattooing? Why are you doing this? And guys, don't give me that I love to draw, I was drawing all my life bullshit, because everybody says that. Ask yourself, like, honestly, why do you do this? And then when you have an answer, ask again, why this? And then again, why this? Because even if you say, oh, I like the money. And then you ask, okay, why do you like the money? Because I grew up poor. Okay. So does it help you then? Yeah, because why do you want to overcome the I grew up poor part? Yeah, because I never felt like seen or whatever. Yeah. And then you get to it, and then there's this real hidden down reason. And there's a lot of people sharing the same reason. And if you create like your persona about like your weaknesses, for example, people will resonate with it. Because it's just honestly.
Be vulnerable.
Yeah. And then you can create your whole brand around it. It's hard to give you a blueprint for it. It always depends on the person and like the thing that makes you special.
Well, that's what's special about it, isn't it? Everyone's different. So, you know what I mean? Like everyone's going to come from a different place, but there's other people out there that are coming from a similar place that are going to resonate with that. Yeah. Those are wise words. So
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it sounds like, you know, I mean, I am going away from this feeling encouraged, you know, because I think there's a lot of rhetoric right now about the tattoo artist or the tattoo industry being down or being vulnerable and unsure about what the future holds. And I think, you know, there's a huge concern and worry from a lot of artists, rightfully so. But I think it's refreshing to hear someone talk about it in a more positive, optimistic way. And I love the idea, like you said, of just bringing that community back and like the culture and like joining teams, you know, to like bring and direct the culture and the community in a way that we want it to go. So I think that's cool. Thank you for sharing that. I'm feeling good about it. I could tell you're feeling good about it.
Definitely.
And I want to come see the shop.
You have to.
Yeah.
Bro, I think I have to share one more thought because you just like made me think of something. Being vulnerable, even as a tattoo artist, in times like this, because everybody is like down a little bit. And the thing about tattoo industry, I know a lot of artists, for example, that maybe struggle with their bookings. And that are not posting bookings open because they're scared of like, people gonna think I'm not booked.
The optics. Yeah.
Forget the fucking optics in this point, right? This is marketing. You should go hard on it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Just, yeah, okay, here, I have this appointment, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? If you have if you build your brand, your visuals, your style, and everything, like, even if you're not like booked out for the next 6 months or 1 year, believe me, nobody is right now. So the industry is changing, and we have to figure out a way, and we can all do it together, but we have to talk about it and like find a way to make this great. No, I don't want to say to make this great again. But like to step the level up and evolve it and make it exciting.
Something new. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's hard, like, right? We're in a time where it's hard. Like, it requires a lot of work. And that's the other thing. I think the last thing I'll say is, like, I think tattoo artists need to just accept it's hard to do that, you know? It's not an easy job. It's not an easy task to market yourself, brand yourself, and put yourself out there. That's hard. It's hard to do this. Like, this is hard for me. You know, like, I'm exhausted flying here. I want to do this, though, and I'm like, I'm doing it. Like, I could have gone to bed. No problem.
Why don't you quit?
Yeah, but that's it. Like, I love it, one, because it makes me feel like I'm working towards something. But I just have to tell myself, like, you know, I'm coming here, and yesterday I was like, it's going to be hard, but just do it. You know, like, and I'm always happy I did, and I never regret doing more. You know what I mean? But I always have a regret of, like, not doing enough.
Same. Like, this morning when I woke up, I was like so exhausted from the last week. I was like, no, I'm not going. I can't. I didn't get out of bed. I was like, fuck, I'm so done. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Then I was like, nah, you have to do it. Shut the fuck up. Then I went to the gym. Then I went to have some lunch. I went to the shop. Then I picked up Stefan. We drove to the airport. We came here. I still have to finish up my presentation for tomorrow. And we did this podcast, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. It's hard. If it's too hard for you, quit the job. Do something else. But now is like the time where it shows who belongs to the culture and who's not.
Well said. AJ, thanks, man.
My man.
Appreciate it.
Love. Thank you so much.
Yeah.